Welcome, friends. It's good to see you. My name is Remy, and I did smart today. Some, I suppose I will use the term real art, although everything you make is as real as the effect it has on the world, right? Um, but it's been a while since I've done something that I don't consider art practice. Either just trying to do like a Bob Ross landscape paint along or trying to work to a theme of some kind. Actually, just making something for myself, very self-indulgent. Art should be self-indulgent. That's a reflection of who you are. That's what Dorian Gray's about. It's not about the motherfucker who wastes an infinitude on uh, carnal pursuits. It's about the nameless painter who cared about his work so much he made a goddamn magic canvas. I become mad about literature sometimes. Anyway, hi Andy. We're going to be getting into Silksong, which if this is not the last stream of Silksong, there are surely only one or two more left because there's not a lot. I do have a interactive. Oh, you can't see it, but that's fine. You're not really meant to. I do have an interactive map open on my desktop or laptop rather. That's just showing me where all of the. I could look at other stuff, but right now it's just showing me where all of the collectibles are. Most of which I've gotten to, but I am still missing one or two mask shards and what is the other thing I really needed? Um, Memory lockets. Because I looked up what expanding your nature means according to the game, and apparently it is memory lockets, unlocking the little circles in your crests is the thing that Ava believes. Pardon, I meant to warn for the dingle dong, but didn't. That was it. That's on my end, not yours. So I'm going to go grab the rest of those because apparently Eva has something very interesting if we get to all of those. 90 hours in a dream. This is the 41st 3 hour stream of Silksong, so we're well past 90 hours. That's what, 120 something? I've been thorough, I think, because this game deserves it, if any does. Many games deserve the thoroughness that you deserve, that one puts into them, but Silksong has been a delight. Speaking of Silksong, I'm clicking the buttons to bring it up, but I should do my content warnings first. Or spoiler warnings first, excuse me. Like I said, we're very near the end of this game. This is Act 3, and if you're coming into Silksong, no, don't open there. Open on the big screen, please and thank you. Windows Shift. So, if you are coming at Silksong as a narrative experience and haven't gotten to Act 3, there's a severe turn, and this may be a massive spoiler for you. Do what you want, but I am making you aware. Uh, for content warnings, Hollow Knight Silksong is a game where all the characters are adorable anthropomorphic bugs, but bugs nevertheless. And if you have an issue with bugs, then perhaps this is not the game for you. There is also plenty of violence in the form of fantastical swordplay without much gore or detail. I have been warning for body horror, and I don't know what is it is going to look like when we go even further down into the abyss, but I can't imagine it'll get better. So there's that. And I've also been warning for syringes. There's a thing that Hornet can use to give herself armor. It is by injecting herself rather forcefully with a syringe. I will be warning for that when when I am about to use it, or try to. I might forget, but it is always the intention to. And I think those are the content warnings I need for the game. Content warnings for myself. I am a strange person who occasionally speaks frankly about their trauma or makes weird sex jokes, and if that's not your vibe, then that's okay. If that is something you feel you can roll with, I'm glad that you've spent your time here. Like Andy's doing. Happy solstice, Sandy. I don't know if you celebrate. I don't myself, although I'm sort of thinking about it. But if that is a thing you celebrate, I hope you're having a happy one. And if that's not a thing you celebrate, I hope you're having a happy day regardless. Yo, DJ, pump this party. Come on. There we are. Right, so we're at the Festival of the Flea. I need to turn the volume back up. I'll do that once I get into the game. I do celebrate the solstice, more accurately, the house does, so tonight's all about renewal and hope for the future, which I feel like everyone could use right now. Our house, that was supposed to read, right, the one in the middle of your street. I don't know if it's in the middle of the street. I don't know where you live. I'm not asking for that information. There we go. So I did do the thing I said I was going to do. I came here to the Festival of the Flea and got all of the uh, first place, all of the first place spaces. And in doing so, Mushka is waving over to us because he now has something to say to us. I decided to sleep rather, not sleep, although, yeah, I guess sleep. Hornet's just kind of taking a nap on a bench because I was about to say there's no such thing as hostile architecture in Farloom, but a lot of the architecture is hostile in Farloom. Anyway, there's spikes everywhere. I don't know if you've noticed. But I decided to wait to speak with Mushka until we got back on stream. So here's this. Miss Hornet, you've proven yourself the champion at each of our flea games. I'm confident now that the grand champion of our festival has emerged. It is none other than yourself, of course. And thusly must our final ceremony begin. Please, prepare yourselves. The hostile architecture is not specifically on the benches, usually. Usually. There is that one that's specifically a trap. Gathered here we are to honor the grand champion of this very final of all festivals. Now, Miss Hornet, strike the great effigy with all your might. Oh, pinata time. Oh, okay. I wildly didn't expect that. Sure. We got another pale oil. Ecstasy of the end. Wish granted. And so the great ceremony has reached its climax, and its grand champion has emerged. Thank you for spending your last moments with us here, Miss Hornet. Though the world will soon end, and our paradise will crumble, memories of friendship we all shared shall surely echo through the oncoming void for all eternity.
Da, Fenestra.
Flea Master, your sentiment is kind, but this world will not end. Oh? How good of you to speak. You shut up. I'm having a moment. Oh? How good of you to speak words of hope for our benefit. We have accepted our fate. Come, let us forget the past and revel together. It is not merely hope I offer you, sir. It's a promise. This kingdom's suffering has a singular cause, and by my own claw it will be cleansed. Perhaps not every flea will survive what is coming, but the world will not die, and your settlement may still see chance to prosper. Oh, you speak with such conviction. But I cannot bring myself to hope such. I am sorry. Come what may, we fleas will be here until the end. And the games will continue, of course. Celebrate with us for as long as you wish, dear friend. No, I will not be flea juggling anymore. Mushka also celebrates the solstice. Yep. All the fleas have sort of, have sort of given themselves over to celebratory, The word that shows up in my mind is wakefulness, which I guess is correct. It's awake for a dying world. But that's not quite how I meant it. It's so nice that there's water with no grubs in it, or freezing, or on fire. You're correct in all of those things. This is a very nice, peaceful, calm lake. Thus making it a wonderful place for all of our flea friends and Krat to settle for a little while. But you have reminded me that I forgot to go get my tea. So I'm going to go get my tea very quickly before we go turn in that pale oil, which again, I wasn't expecting. That's going to be real fun. Give me just one moment. Rustle, rustle, crumble, crumble. Yeah, here it is. Making sure I keep the throat coated as I talk for the next 3 hours, or however long this takes. This is very good tea. I kind of didn't expect it to be, but it's, I forget the name of the brand, and also I don't like advertising. But it's peppermint and lemon. The lemon is sort of not incredibly present in the flavor profile, but it's very minty. Yes, exactly. It's all of our flea friends, and also Krat is there. Oh, right, there's the Grank water. Let's just summon our fractal puppies so we don't have to deal with that. I really need to get into the habit of doing warm bevs for stream. It helps with so much yapping. Yeah. This isn't warm because we've tried doing hot tea on a regular basis and it's too many steps. Stuff needs to be easy. We've talked about this before, I think. Stuff needs to be easy for us so that it can get done consistently. So we just washed out a half-gallon milk bottle and make an exorbitant amount of tea and then just keep it around. The tea is specifically a streaming fluid. I guess most fluids stream if you pour them, but I think my meaning was clear. Alright, so let's talk to Pliny.
Da, fenestra.
The Middler. The Metallurgist? That's nothing.
It is fortunate to see you returned, Pinmaster. The roads between here and that deep woods grave crawl with violent foes. I had concerns for your safety.
Orallo.
Brave warrior, my hero! 'Twas indeed a fearful scramble home, but safe I now am, and a warmly pleasure to see you too, for the world is darkened indeed. In such times the task for a pinmaster is clear, to polish and sharpen and refine suchly that the glimmer of your blade may pierce through the encroaching murk.
That's fine.
Again, Pinmaster, I must ask your skilled service. I bring another gland of oil.
Esquera.
Oil! So much! This bug is past surprise. It is time, methinks, to see your blade's work finished, to bring about a shine as bright as none before. Welly, now why wait? Would you have me begin, traveler?
Sharpened needle? Yes. To sharpen and buff. Needle sharpened.
That blade, by claw it is done, sharper than this pinmaster would have believed achievable, shining pale and clear. Bonva, stranger, you've granted my wish and more. Your blade is an accomplishment to match those of great pinmasters past. Farlum may ail, but throughout its morbid dim your needle will shine bright.
Bonva nama elo.
We cannot upgrade this pin any further, apparently. It has been sharpened to its ultimate form as our menu gives it. And holy shit, that is exciting. Oop. Thanks. I didn't expect that to show up there. That's fine. We are missing some key items, although I'm not incredibly certain what they would be. We are missing 1, 2, 3 relics, 1 psalm cylinder, and 4 whole mementos. But that's why I have the map up. To go and try and find those things. Oh, the conjoined heart is just up there on a shelf, huh? Yep. That's good ASMR for sleeping. Hello and happy solstice, Freya. Glad to see you. Uh, what are we doing here? Hang on. Just having a bit of a look at this. So the part. I think there is a yes, indeed. I think the mask piece I'm missing is up there in Mount Fay, the place where we were told there was a hidden spot to be in that we just hadn't seen. So actually, let's go back into Bellheart and just take the Bellway. That'll be quicker. Head off to the slab and see what's in the lab. I've made that joke before. Mask piece is what they called me in college. I'm very glad for you. Oop, nope. Oh, we just one-shot that fly. That felt very good to do. So the room that we're going to out here in Mount Fay is that one there, the sort of domed one in the center. Can I get to it by going up more easily than I can get to it going around? I think so. I just need to remember how to maneuver in this space. No, no, you fucking don't. Okay, so up this way. I forgot about you, but that's fine. I forgot about you, but that's fine because you're not Dre. Is it here? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, this is where the, this is where they mined out the blue rocks that make up the floating platforms, huh? That's neat. Here is, just like downtown, a crystal bridge. Bright vein. I'll tell you what, let's go inspect that thing real quick. I sort of thought that this would be a smaller area than that, but it doesn't appear to be. So we're just gonna go over there, back to the left, and inspect whatever the hell that is before we uh, get way the hell into whatever that is. Oh, an outcrop of, what did you call it? Magnetite. One of my least favorite Pokemon. Like, it's fine, I'm not here to shit on Magnetite lovers, but... It's, even of the original 151, it does not, I think, make my, I don't think it would make my top 20. Oh good, you also got to the Pokemon. That is a Pokemon. What did that do? Was that a bestiary entry that got filled out? Or no, we have a thing that's like the bestiary but isn't somewhere. Oh yeah? Hello, very, very large ice bug. There we go, that's a bestiary entry. It's the key item log that Hornet has in her, her house, I think, is what that filled in. Oh good, I only need to take out 2 of those to fill in the entry. That's good. Because I assume this is the only place these exist. And I didn't really feel like bouncing off of them like I did the Metroid ones when we were going after Mr. Mushroom. Not going after Mr. Mushroom, that's not the correct way to phrase that. When we were trying to seek Mr. Mushroom's advice. I'm just gonna go ahead since you respawn and bounce off you a few times so I can get enough silk back to heal. Okay, well, if I get hit while I'm doing that, that doesn't help me any. Desperately seeking Mr. Mushroom. It wasn't that desperate. I mean, sure, I got lost a little bit. This thing isn't going... This thing isn't going. I should just try and keep climbing. I'm trying to remember what the hell Desperately Seeking Susan is. I am almost certain it's a film. I don't know what it is about on, like, any axis. Like, I do not remember what kind of film it is, who is in it, what the story was about. The name is basically all I have. Can I pop off the side of that? No. No, that doesn't let me do that. Okay. I want to say it was a sitcom from the 90s, but I could be confusing it with a rom-com. So I think the sitcom you're thinking of is called Suddenly Susan, the one with Brooke Shields?
Ren!
100% what I was thinking of. Yeah, Brooke Shields and Kathy Griffin. I don't know why that's in there the way it is. I absolutely watched it. We watched a lot of sitcoms in the 90s, perhaps to our detriment.
Ren!
Oh, right, I forgot I could pogo off the spikes. That's good. I should be doing that. Well, not how I wanted that to go. I feel like we all watched a lot of sitcoms in the 90s. It was the style at the time. Right, like wearing an onion on your belt. Fucking, the amount of almost completely forgotten sitcoms. Remember fucking Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place? There's Ryan Reynolds' sort of entry into the public sphere. People forget about that. I can't remember if it was their last episode or just like the one of the season finales near the very end, but like there was a, am I going to call it a publicity stunt? I guess I will, where audiences could phone in and vote on who was going to be pregnant at the end of the show. There we go. Get faced. There we are. Masked. Acquire all masked shards. I knew there was only the one left. We got there. So, what's left? There's one of the spool fragments still, or maybe two. There's still one, link missing on our spindle. And we have half of one, so there's only one left. Him and I don't remember her name. I have to look it up. And the guy who was on Always Sunny is the lawyer, or one of the lawyers. There were several lawyers in Always Sunny. But the one they kept taking to a strip club and talking about, inadvisably talking about the How do I want to phrase that? I don't. I'm going to drop it, actually. So, yeah. Too many sitcoms. Or I guess not too many. It's not about the consumption of the thing. It's about what you do with the information once you have it, right? Trailer Howard is who I was thinking of. That's funny, because it was a preview of her career. I don't know what that means. I was making a trailer preview joke, but I don't think it lands. I don't think it works. What's left over here? Let's have a look at... No, don't do that way. Hang on. So, there's one arcane egg, and we've gotten it already. We just got the last of the mass shards, so I can take those off. Oh, I also brought up void masses. So, hang on. Because I did say I wanted to get rid of all the void masses before I continued on, just for my own safety and peace of mind. There's still one missing silk heart. Let's look at our available crests. I have to change crests while resting at a bench. That makes sense, I suppose. Let's go over here, where there is a bench. And I don't actually want to change these crests, I just want to use the memory lockets on them. Is that one the last memory locket we have to go get? No, there's another one there. So we're missing 2 memory lockets from somewhere. And I am just having a quick look at the map to sort of compare and contrast to any, like, areas that I can see where I'm obviously missing something. If there's just like a big chunk of the map that isn't on our smaller map. And it doesn't appear to be. We did a pretty good job doing the exploring. Oh, there's a little bit just right there. Near to Craw Lake? Yeah, that's that bench over by, that's that bench over by Craw Lake. So how do we get there? Greymore? Probably the easiest way? Nope. No, don't do that. Need to bring the chat up so they can see the chat. The puppies make great noises, as puppies do. Yeah. Beyond the puppies making great noises, I do still very much appreciate the thought of having, the puppies very bass-heavy breathing be reflected in the rumble of the controller. That's not something that you can see at home, obviously. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Happy solstice to all of you too. Thank you, Freya. No, just straight across, I think. Hi, Craig. No, come back here. No? Back here. Thank you. Here's Craw Lake, and the place I want is apparently up near the top of this next side area. Well, let's go ahead and rest here in case something goes terribly wrong. Although I feel like it shouldn't. Bounce up this way. There you are. There's that obvious entrance. Or, I'm sorry, the hidden entrance in the obvious wall. Up this way, and we're into just a little bit of a... Oh. Okay. Kinda didn't expect that. It's a way back up to Styx's place. Hi, Styx. I am going to take these Silk Eaters off you real quick. Okay. Oh, Styx, again, has hisses in their dialogue. I will be hissing to match it. I apologize if that is a bad audio experience for you. When the text box goes away, I will be done.
While you stalk through the black ravaged world, more souls I will grow, for the promise of what my mistress will become. I will toil always.
Great. Still at it, huh? I continue to not have agreed to be your dom. Oop, okay. Well, we found a little side area with a bunch of the, shard fossils in it, but one of them was one of the living shard fossils. I mean, they were living. They're done doing that now. It said that there was a spool up here, but I think I might have missed it. Oh, or maybe, yeah, that's where it was. It's one that I'd gotten already. I was just misreading the key. It's like that sometimes. Alright. Let's check another quick look at the... Stop that. At the... maps we were missing. Anywhere in far fields, it sort of doesn't look like it. Having gotten that last bit of, having gotten that last boss fight with, the... what were they called? The Exiled? Something like that. Anyway, smoked now. And we have unlocked all of that space. We got everything in deep docks, I guess. There's the Abyss, but I don't want to go there yet. Hunter's March is not a particularly large space, but we've explored all of it. Move over to the Marrow. There's this song that's been flicking in and out of our memory for the last few days. We should probably just look it up so that we can close that particular tomb. It's definitely called Over in the Meadow. We remember watching it on like some Nickelodeon variety program when we were very young. Which is like a very simple call and response song about farmyard animals. Weevil Nest Alta we've gone through mostly. The Marrow we appear to have gotten all of the bits out of. There wasn't much in the Wormways, but we've gotten all of it. How about up on Blasted Steps? There is a side spot on Blasted Steps that we apparently haven't gotten to, but on the other hand, it also says that there's nothing there. Well, there's not a collectible there. But that shouldn't stop me. I want to go see what the thing is. So, just going to it by Bellway would be quickest, because it's like right there where the Bellway is. We just need to... I was about to say we need to go down to the Bellway to get on our puppy, and that's true, but I don't have to walk there. That's what we have our fractal puppies for. Except that they can't get to us from in here for some reason. Excuse you. How about here? Yes, the fractal puppies can show up here. Great. And we click that back and travel to Blasted Steps. Oh, these Blasted Steps. I hate that hedgehog. And that's where... what's his fuck? Grendel is, and this is the way we have not gone. Bug born of Farloom, you have been... I broke through a wall into this sort of cave area, and immediately there was a sign for us to read. Bug born of Farloom, you have been chosen. May our citadel's holy gilding harden your soft shell. Stand eternal as our arbiter, that no bug bearing sin shall step within our sacred halls. So this was probably a training ground, right? For the Citadel? Kind of explains why there's so many swords and lances over here. We've fallen into a little... Ow! Into a little dome area. There's barking noises being made, and they're absolutely being made by the little, the bugs that I've been calling scarab bugs, even though they don't look anything like scarabs. It's the ones that jump out of the ground at you. But these aren't jumping out of the ground at us, they're just sort of hanging out in the ground and then tunneling away when we get too close. Oh, okay, I can break this massive statue apart for shards that I do not need. But, you know, why not? Oh, also got a beast shard, the collectible ones. It's okay. Hang on. What if I played some music for you? Would that put you at ease? Oh, apparently eventually. Hang on. It's okay. All together, let's grow stronger. We will serve, all will serve. We are chosen, all are chosen. Warmly shifting, dancing sands, let's grow holy, all together, all together. Oh, okay, these are the young... Oh, right, because their faces are like that. These aren't the scarabs, they're the, like, grub versions of the bugs that grow up into the Citadel, protectors, the choristers. Phew, I got really bad news about your career path. That job has sort of been technologically phased out of existence by me. The CEO has been replaced by screaming emptiness, and I'm sorry, there's just not a lot I can do about that. They're very cute, and I also love them, and I wish they weren't being indoctrinated into a cult that no longer exists. Let's head back to the map really quickly. What? So I've looked at most of this. Where am I? Here, hang on. Let's cut the collectible. You're not seeing what I'm seeing, and that's fine. Let's cut this down to just spool fragments and void masses. Ah, sure, we're here. And see where we might be missing some of those. So there's one up in the slab, which we absolutely got because it's just sort of hanging out. There's one in Blasted Steps that apparently Grindel sells. We've bought everything from Grindel that we can, right? We're right here, so we might as well check. But I'm almost positive that's the case. Hi, Grindel. Yes, desperate times do make for desperate customers. Yes, I've bought your spool fragment. Fantastic. Um, there's one over in Grand Gate? Oh, no, we got that from Mushka when the flea people were over there. The flea pool? We got that from when the flea pool were there. Uh, Weave Nest Alta, there's another one in Moss Grotto. I feel very certain I would have gotten that, but I can have a look at the mini-map real quick. Nope, that's absolutely the one we're missing because I do not have that one little chunk of map filled in. So how do I get to that? From Bone Bottom, from the top of Bone Bottom. Don't mind if I do. And while I make my way there, how has your day been, Freya, if you feel like sharing? Stop it. Stop doing it. These were homes. People lived here. I lit up my shrine, prayed, and drank eggnog. I'm very happy for you. That sounds like a wonderful time. So it was this way. Yep. In one of the first rooms we could have possibly gotten to. This has just been sitting here waiting for us the entire time. And there we go. Extended. Acquire all spool fragments. And click on that, which opens up a shortcut up to another area of Moss Home. One of the shortest cuts possible. This would have been very useful early game, but now is just sort of here. I've also been watching Steven Universe. I love that fucking show. We went back and rewatched that not very long ago. And it's still really fucking good. How are you enjoying your rewatch of Steven Universe? I feel like this happened to me the first time I played Dark Souls 2 and returned to the Forest of Fallen Giants over to find what would have been a super useful shortcut that I'd missed 40 hours ago. Yeah, it's just more Dark Souls nonsense, it turns out. So that's all of the faces, that's all of the things. What's left? Memory lockets? Yes, that's the other thing I definitely wanted to get done. Everything else is sort of negotiable, but I definitely want to see what happens when we get all of the memory lockets sorted out. So let's bring up that specifically on the interactable over here. Take out spool fragments, but I still have Silk Eater up. Get away, Silk Eater. Memory lockets. Okay, so let's zoom in on the map. Readjust the headset a little bit. There's one at the bottom of Wormways. We absolutely got that. There's one near the corner of the Blasted Steps. We would have got that too. Up in that corner of Sands of Karak. I don't know if we would have gotten that one specifically, and it's worth checking out. So let's do that. Easiest way to get there is through Blasted Steps, I think. We'll just head back down to Bone Bottom. That's the easiest way to get through this, I think. Or no, summoning the fractal puppies actually would have been much quicker, but I've come this far. Get out! Stop doing it! They will need all of that to rebuild. You ghoulish fuck. No, not Shellwood. Meant Blasted Steps. I'm currently watching the episode where they make the rubies play baseball. Wonderful. That's a great episode. I fucking love. There's a lot of great stuff in a lot of the episodes. But I always love when Sapphire and Ruby are separated and they just can't fucking stop flirting with each other. I still need to watch Steven Universe Future one of these days. Absolutely love Steven Universe Future. It's not to do spoilers about it because obviously, but it explores what is one of my favorite. I've talked about this multiple times, and I'm going to continue to because why not? One of my favorite types of story in all of narrativedom, which is what does a hero do when heroes are no longer required? What does a career soldier do when the war is over? And it comes to a really interesting decision about that I think is in the way that the rest of Steven Universe is very kind to its characters while still being unbelievably real. Oh, I can't get to that way from this way. Hang on. Do I have to go all the way around to the other side? Yes, I do. That means I need to go down blasted steps. Yeah, that's fine. Or, hang on, is this where that starts and then I just forgot about it? This is where that starts and I just forgot about it. Oh, no. Gotta go all the way down from here? Yeah, I suppose. The movie is very good too, the Steven Universe movie, as a sort of linkage between the two series. And has some of the better, like, I was about to say some of the better songs in the series, and I don't actually know if I want to stand by that, because there are a lot of really heavy hitters in that category. But Other Friends, and Spinell's song specifically, Other Friends and Drift Away, are incredible. I inspected this. Yeah, the river free of time. And the place we're trying to get to is just up at the top right corner here. In fact, it's directly above us, so it should just be to be through there. Maybe over this way? But I don't appear to be able to break my way up through there, so I have to probably go around and then back up. Oh yeah, and this being the case, I think I've absolutely gone that way before. Oh yeah, it's even on a very visible path. I'm gonna go up there just to make triply sure that I didn't just forget about it, because that's a thing I do sometimes. But I feel certain that I've already gotten this. Yep, that's where it would have been. Excuse you. Oh, darn. Missed that jump, but it's fine. Did you know there's going to be a new Steven universe? No, I didn't, and I'm very excited by that information. Although I don't know what the fuck they would continue to... Well, it's one of those things, like, I don't know what else they could continue doing in that universe. But honestly, they could... universe. But they could keep telling basically any fucking story with those characters, and I would go, yeah, sure. You want to just watch a slice of life comedy with Steven and Connie trying to be a young couple in college? Sure, that'd be good. Steven, oh, right, Lars of the Stars. I actually have heard about this, but I'd forgotten it was a thing. Or I kind of assumed that it wasn't real. You know how, like, projects are. Sometimes people get... Sometimes someone will say something offhandedly in an interview, and fan theories will crank up immediately about, oh, it must be like this, or about this. But apparently this is a real thing. Steven Universe Lars of the Stars explores the past, present, and future of the universe. The sequel follows Lars, but I do not know how to pronounce that last name. Barriga? Eternal teenager and space outlaws, he and his pirate crew smuggle contraband, evade the authorities, and uncover the darkest secrets of the fallen Gem Empire. Which, yeah. Assume everything is vaporware until it isn't. Never pay more than 20 bucks for a video game. So that's Sands of Karak. There's apparently a memory locket in Slab, but I've absolutely gone to that space, so there's no way it's not... There's no way I didn't get that one. Up in Memoriam, I would have gone to that one, because I've explored all of Memoriam. The one near the Grand Bellway I would have gotten to. One in the Underworks. Oh, right. That's probably the one that's missing. Or one of the ones. There's 4 of them were missing, I suppose, from the memory lockets. But that's something I should look up how to do more directly. There's still that door, it's a trap door, in White Ward that we've never gotten the key for. Let me see where that is. You did pronounce it right. Wonderful. Silksong White Ward key. The Surgeon's key. Oh, actually, I think I might have gotten this. Hang on, let's have a look at our key items real quick. Those are the slab keys. Oh, we're actually running quite low on these. And apparently we don't have the Surgeon's key, so where is that? I am going to the bad website, and I don't enjoy that. Actually, I can just scroll down and go to a slightly different website that gives me the same information. Let's do that. Found in White Ward located past a hidden path in the ceiling. Okay, so... That's where the lock is. Where is the... The thing? It's up in that last area. Okay. I'll just leave this up like that. That's a lot easier to... Why'd you do that? Controller. Alright, we'll make this a little easy on ourselves and summon our fractal puppies to get to the Bellway quicker. Then we'll go to Grand Bellway and go open that mysterious door. Let me drink some tea. I was about to say we've gone through less tea this week than usual, which is true, but the reason for that is because we haven't been streaming this week. And I basically only drink tea when I'm streaming. Not only, but I drink a lot of tea when I'm streaming versus any other time. Rush through Grand Gate. Actually, here's something I've never thought to try. Because the doors here in Grand Gate, at the Grand Gate, have the harp strings on them, so I was wondering if they would resonate with our needle, but that apparently isn't the case. Shame. Can we, Oh, we can go up in Grand Gate, but not to any particular purpose. There's a hard ceiling. Is that the bottom of the bridge that takes us over to the slab? Probably, right? No, slab's a little further. That doesn't work. The way I wanted it to. Hang on. Just trying to get orientated. But I don't need to. That's not something I need to worry about. Going up Libra steps. Nope, not the Underworks. We're not going there. Going up and further across, back to the Medica. We finished, today, or last night really, speaking of old media, rereading Name of the Wind. Which that book still kicks. I'm not, if you've read it, telling you anything you don't fucking know. But we had forgotten, like, we remembered liking it, we remembered the book being very good. We had forgotten precisely how much we liked it. And among the interesting literary devices that Patrick Rothfuss uses, Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. And among the interesting literary devices that are in there, we really like the way that he takes things from the universe that we as just people on Earth inhabit and and using them in different ways to mean different things, but still the same thing. It's sort of set into the larger idea that is pervasive throughout Name of the Wind and Wise Man's Fear. We've not read the rest of the books, which is the reason we're restarting Name of the Wind, with Name of the Wind, rather. It feeds into the idea that's prevalent in those books about idioms and stories being contextual in ways in which that context is created or lost or manipulated or misremembered in the way that that becomes the truth for people. There's a way to phrase it. We're not doing a good job of it right now. I think the idea is clear. Anyway. I've also only read the first two. Yeah. I know that, I keep saying Slow Regard for Silent Things, and I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. But I believe there's 4 of the books in that series now. And we really wanted to get around to them. Fortunately, our local library is close enough by that it's not much of a hassle to get to under normal circumstances. Is it up here? No. Up, please, Hornet. Thank you. And this is where we were meant to go. We've gone up in the, through a ceiling in the White Ward using our elevator maneuver into, it looks like another attic area full of spinning ductwork blades and abandoned gurneys. And also this massive sign, so. Oath of the White Ward. While song must be sung, none may falter. Infirmity, sickness, and death, all are banished from our citadel. Right. Whispers, they're ableists. Alright, so we've just opened a garbage chute which dropped a whole bunch of stuff and a body. Oh, hey! You, with the face? With the face full of tentacles that comes at me? Okay. I took a side trip into the Broken Earth trilogy, which is highly recommended, and now I'm onto the Locked Tomb series. I presume that does not have anything to do with Lara Croft, but that is the immediate thing that jumped into my head. Is it that kind of thing, archaeological adventure, or is it not so much that? I'm very happy to hear about what you have been reading. And in the meantime, I'll just make my way over to... Speaking of locks, the one that we haven't opened yet. Oh, right. Another one of you with the faces. Locked Tomb is a sci fantasy thing with the messiest canon lesbians. I'm really enjoying it. I know you and know you well enough to understand that you know to spell the difference between canon and canon. Always happy for explicit queer representation. Although, telling me that it's a sci-fantasy novel does make me think that there are lesbians that run the big guns on the Star Destroyer. Keep screaming. We'll get to you eventually. An ornate lock mechanism with a keyhole at its center. Use the surgeon's key. Yes, please. Let us just... It's opened quite a large shaft. One much bigger than I've taken before, Zay said, going for the easy joke. And we're apparently about to have a fight against the Unraveled. Oh, which is, I guess, what we call these. The ones with the face. Oh no, there's more of you. There's more kinds of you. So I've just been saying they have tentacles in their face, which is true. But what they in fact are bugs with... I'm going to pause so I can finish my sentence, and then we'll get to what's just happened. Bugs that have linen wrappings around their face, and then the wrappings around their face come out as tentacles. And we just saw another kind of that, which instead of being tentacles that come out, the wrappings are split, making the head two half heads. Which was fun. But now... It's this thing. So, how do I want to describe you? It's like one of the sick beds that we've seen before. They're sort of a roundish bed with gauze curtains around it. One of those, except it's alive and hates us. Like if one of the beds at Beast's castle really got a mad on. Fortunately, it doesn't appear to be able to do much except dash at us and throw a couple of previously perished patients at us, which was fun to say. I'm glad I got there in my time. Alright, we're just gonna go right back into that. Because that shouldn't be that difficult, and in fact, using the thrust attack should be a pretty surefire victory, because, like I said, apparently it only does, or... It has, up until the point where we died, only done thrust attacks and Not thrust attacks, but like run directly at us attacks, and the projectile vomiting of the infirm. But the thrust attack will take us right through the dash at us attack. I need to do it faster and better than I just did it. I need to remember that there's a wind-up when I do that. But I think it's very much within our core competencies. Oh. Well. And unfortunately we can't pogo on it because the top of it is made of brass, and that means we can't pogo on it. Just gonna go ahead and heal real quick. Thank you, dice. Oh. We had what looked like a first dizzy spell, but then the bed went away, replaced by a wave of the half heads, which is what I'm going to call them. Oh, good, spears now, coming from nowhere, stabbing directly at us. Spears. I'm about to use the syringe. One moment. I'm not done. So the spears are not difficult to dodge as long as I'm keeping my eyes open. Like I wasn't just there and I died. I'm going to have my tea. I hope that you enjoy your tea. What kind of tea is it? Oh, was it the tea that Queen Freya was just talking about on stream, her Christmas tea? Alright, this is going to be better. Check it out. This is going to be great. Oh, I didn't realize that the bed was sort of just back there in the background until we get to this point where it reveals itself. No one can help you. You must face the gazebo alone. Oop, did that the wrong way, but that's fine. Alright, it took a hit in there, but that went surprisingly smoothly. Oh, right, the spears also are stuck in the background and then at some point decide to make it personal. Okay, well. Went about as well as I could ask for. I've been quiet, but that's because it's been going well and I've been locking in. Then I got myself trapped in a corner. I should have just jumped up on the wall and hit the syringe a couple of times, but hey. No, it is peppermint, licorice, and fennel. Queen Freya has her own tea collection. That still sounds like a lovely tea. I am also enjoying some minty tea. That is the first go. Oh, wow. Just blasted that. Here come the spears through the ground, up over the ground, flipping 180 degrees, attempting to embed themselves in the top of my beautiful skull. Which Hornet doesn't have. She does not have a skull. She is a bug. She is an exoskeleton. I think those aren't the same things, but I'm not. I was about to say an endocrinologist. That's neither of the words that I usually mess up for that. Oh, okay. So there's the second dizzy spell, and the bed has disappeared. So we're going to get another wave of... Ow. Another wave of y'all. Well, that's fine. Do you add something new to the repertoire after this, or is it just more spears and spikes? Thank you, dice, for my life. Heal while I have the opportunity. And again. All right, there we go. Oh, you had one last spear for me. It's a good job I had enough health to tank that. I would have been quite upset. Oh, that's the last, Silk Sphere. I didn't think that's what was going to be over here. But it has given us another memory of Farloom. We're back in the Weaver headspace. Bind them all. One mind, one union. Their voices, their song. Raise them up. To devote eternal. Their memory. Bind their shells. I could grab the thing, but I wanted to see the rest of what this has to say. One mind, one union. Bind their souls. I think that's all of it. Bind them all. Raise them up. They are ours, bound forever. Regenerated. Acquire all silk hearts. Wonderful. We are now running around with, three pieces of silk at all times. Oh, a salt cylinder. That's where the last one of those is. Good. Wasn't there a memory locket here? Wasn't that the reason I came here? No, nope. Doesn't go to the place I thought it did. No, further down. Breaking through a wall, and another of these ductworks areas. There we go, that's the memory locket I wanted. Pardon me, I'm about to sneeze. Two of them, huh? Someone must have been very upset with me. Oh, you're interesting. Why are you down here? It's one of the cogwork chorus from the top room of the cogwork corps, the ones that sang the song to us so that we could learn the song. Why are you here? In this, like, air duct. Well, we drop down here anyway to... is this the rest area in the underworks? It certainly is. Oh, were you the voice of the, of this? No. I thought maybe it was the voice of the confession booth, but it wasn't. Speak confession. You sin, cleanse, return, work begins. Barloom never forgiven. Ah, wonderful. Thank you. I was just wondering, why are you here? You're probably wondering why I'm here. So am I. Alright. Brings up. Where do we get to? Fuck. Right, so that was the memory login. Let's go with, well, we can't use that unless we're at a bench, and I don't want to use these benches because you have to pay for them, and that's morally shitty. Let's go ahead and let y'all deal with that. Ow! Okay, I forgot that there were more razor thwomps up this shaft, so... Let's just whoop right by that. Gonna let y'all rest if you want to rest. You worked really hard, and honestly, the world's ending. So, I mean, it's not. Not just because we're going to stop it, but because, you know, that's not what the end of the world means. Do we go out this way? I mean, we can. Can we break that? It kind of looks like we could break it, but we can't. That's fine. Let's hop up this way. Oop, I could have just used the elevator maneuver to get up here. Damn it, okay. That's fine. No, this isn't it either. Oh, okay. I went a little too far up. Needed to come back down. So that's all of Whiteboard. Do you want to take the break now? Oh, yes, absolutely. We should take the break now because it's 10:07. And I'll do a little bit of research while we're on break. Before we go to break, I wish to take this opportunity to remind you that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives and lands matter, the lives of people of color matter, that Palestinian, Sudanese, Congolese, Ukrainian lives matter. There are many ways to stand in solidarity with your fellow travelers upon this earth, and we like to push for direct mutual aid as it helps people who are suffering right now suffer less, and people who are suffering less can stand shoulder to shoulder with us a little taller. So on the break, I'm going to go to my social media and check out the mutual aid hashtag and boost what needs I can there. I respectfully suggest that if you have the time and the spirit moves you, that you might check out mutual aid initiatives that exist in places where you operate, both online and in meat space. Because the only way we get out of this is through, and the only way we get through this is together. In the meantime, maybe do a stretch or drink some water or have a snack, do whatever self-care is useful to you. I'll do the same. And I'll meet you back here in just a little while. Hope you join me then. The idea of why are you here bothers me. And it bothers me because it kind of implies that people are neat and fit into these little slots, and that a person can obviously be outside of the little slot they were intended to be in. If there is belonging to be found for a person, it is within a community of other like-minded persons as opposed to a place. And it just so happens that we have great difficulty finding people who like our mind. We do our best where we're at. How can you be homesick when nowhere feels like home? I'm back, by the way. Let's look for more memory lockets. That's what we're at, I think. Let's bring up the interactive one I have over here. The one in the Memoriam, there's the one in the Underworks, that's the one we just went to go get, the one in the Grand Bellway, which we've got. One over in Whispering Vaults, that looks like one I might have missed. Nope, I definitely cracked open that space, so if I missed it, it would have been very silly of me. Bile water, pretty sure we would have gotten that one. But maybe it's worth looking. Yeah. Maybe it's worth looking. So let's put on the wreath and then for safety, and then head over to Bilewater. Actually, let's just summon our fractal puppies. That'll be a lot quicker. Down that away. I got a couple of cookies. This last week has been a bit of a thing. As we were in the office for most of it, which is always just kind of psychically draining. We spent a lot of that time in training, being frustrated at our company's stance on artificial intelligence chatbots. There's not a lot we can do about that. Wreath, that's what I was doing. Let's take off the claw mirrors as much as I might like them, and throw on... there we are. A wreath. I might as well go look for that other one. I'm pretty sure we would have picked it up. I love holiday cookies so much. So, these are holiday cookies only in as much as they are cookies I am eating on Solstice, a holiday. They are store brand sandwich cookies. Although I do also enjoy holiday cookies. I have not had, like, holiday sugar cookies for quite a long time. Okay, that would have been where that one memory locket is, and we got that. Let's go check the other one. That's been my whole semester. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Friend.
Thank you, Freya. They are yummy. It wasn't my, it wasn't my intention to say that they're not good just because they're not, you know, deliciously covered with icing and festive candies. I just wanted to give a clear indication of what I was working with. Here? No, this is where we found chakra earlier. Our stance on AI has not changed. On the LLMs that people sort of continue to call AI buying into corporate bullshit. And it's that it's an interesting technology, and there are applications of it that could be incredibly useful, especially in accessibility spaces. But that sort of doesn't matter because of the massive ecological toll. And further, those aren't the paths that the people who actually control the pathway of that technology are trying to do. They're trying to use it to replace talented people so that they don't have to pay for talent. because basically everything in our society is built in service of abstracting out people in favor of profit, and once you start viewing humans as a resource, it's amazing how little they're worth. Is it here? No, should have been in the room just over here that we just went through. Oh, it was in here. The first time I broke open that cocoon slash cage, it would have been a, that bug had a memory locket on its corpse. It's like every issue wants labor theft, environmental destruction, art theft, and devaluation. Yeah. In that way, AI is a singularity of a kind. Is a neutral term. Just because something's not nice doesn't mean it isn't a miracle. Let's look at far fields, I guess. At the very end of that road, and we've definitely opened that road, so it wouldn't be there. Pilgrim's Rest is the one we buy from Mort, and I've gotten that one. Definitely gotten those. We've gotten the one in Greymore. I feel sure there would be a... Oh, brain, don't do this to me right now. I feel certain that there would be a achievement, there we go, pop up if we got all of the memory lockets, because there's one for most of the other collectibles. Let's go ahead and use these. And expand. And, oh, no, that is it. We had two, and there were 2 spaces left open. Oh, no, we're still missing one. Hang on. I was incorrect. Oh, no, I don't want to have the gearwork crest on me. Yeah, there's still one that we're missing. And I'm not quite sure where it would be. Let's go turn the Psalm cylinder in then, for lack of anything else to do right now. Because it'll be the last of the Psalm cylinders, and then maybe Carolinas will have something to talk with us about. No, I was going to change off the crest, forgot about it. Let's just summon the fractal puppies. That'll make this so much easier. And take us to the Grand Bellway so that we can go to the Whispering Vault so that we can hand Carolinus this last thing. Not Carolinus, Cardinius? I think Cardinius. It's easier to take the elevator. Let's just do that. Up to First Shrine, we can check in on Sherma while we're there. Not that I think her state has changed any. I just want to make sure she's okay. Hi, Sharma. You're back on your feet, I'm glad. Oh, this is even new text. I'm glad that I stopped to talk to you.
Red Maiden, you have some great task ahead of you, do you not? If so, then I fear the time of our final parting draws near.
Yunara.
You sense the truth, Sherma. I shall soon descend into the darkness below the kingdom and quell the source of Farloom's rending. If that task is achieved, my future may take me far from Farloom. But know that I have faith you will hold these bugs together and see them prosper.
Oh, Benventra.
Ah! In truth, I'm still only a fool, but I'll hold dearly to your faith in me. That warmth will help me to endure whatever challenges lie ahead. Now, let me pray for you, dear friend. And may my hopes follow you into the deepest darkness and beyond.
Faridula simanet, doni poina volinet, pina sans mi manicet, dana fond sur le banc. Faridula simanet, doni poina volinet, pina sans mi manicet, dana fond sur le banc. Faridula simanet, doni poina volinet, pina sans mi manicet, dana fond sur le banc. Faridula simanet, doni poina volinet, pina sans mi manicet, dana fond sur le banc. Faridula simanet, doni poina volinet, pina
Which the hell way is Carolinus? Oh, he's over where the shop icon is because it technically counts as a shop, I guess, because you give them the items and give them money back in return. Over this way, all grumbly. I think I called him Carolinius again. Cardinius.
What has she brought in? More treasures waiting on a keeper's insight, yes? The sacred cylinders of our holy citadel? Pass them, give them, now! She must!
Bug music. Sherma has been tapping out that little prayer on her tiny bell the entire time that we have known her. That's why I wanted to just let her have it. Right? And I don't know how Hornet feels about it, because Hornet is her own character separate from our will. But even if I don't believe in the god that she believes in, mostly because I actively killed and am about to go kill again the god that she believes in, the fact that she wishes to do that for us is a kind gesture. Give Psalm Cylinder.
Yes, A fair gift, Weaver Spawn. This Vault Keeper shall glean what knowledge a great mind can.
The last surgery of Conductor Mizello, performed in White Ward's operating theater. Hornet 316 says God is real, and also I kicked her ass. Both things.
Yes, see them all. Its collection gleams complete. Such sacred understanding, stored, safe. You've performed your part, Weaver Spawn. The agreement is concluded. Knowledge and rosaries all were passed fair. No more between us. Leave this keeper to its treasures and their insights. It has given its service. Now this keeper wants its time alone.
Hironare.
Alright. A lot of, unpleasant bristle sounds coming from there. Not my problem, I suppose. And I imagine the person for whom it was a problem no longer has that problem. We're still missing a sub-weapon. And what, 3? Blue tools. Okay, I'm gonna take the Bellway real quick. And go down to, I'm sure this isn't how this is going to work, but I'm going to... no, hang on. I'm gonna just look at it. In what thing would it be? Here in the crest? Why? No, it wouldn't be that way, would it? We need that one last memory locket in order to go see Eva and see what it is that Eva wants. Is it this one in Halfway Home? On a ledge. No, we got that one. I did not realize that I can click on this interactable thing to see precisely where the memory lockets are, so that's very nice. This is a very good map. Guarded by a void-powered Scar Guard in Act 3. Oh, the ones I've been calling Samsons because they have the big jawbone. Certain I would have gotten that one. Pilgrim's Rest, purchased by Mort, we would have got that. Memory locket, a cage at the end of a spiky corridor. Break the cage to loot it. I think I would have gotten that one. Corpse at the bottom of a magma-filled area. Definitely got that one. On a ledge above the Might Mother in Greymore. That one's not familiar, I don't think. Let me go check the rest of these. Can only be reached in Act 3. Oh, then it must be this one. In Belhart? Yeah. It has to be that one because you need the elevator move to get to it. And I definitely haven't done that in Belhart yet. So let's go back to Belhart and grab that, and then we can go check out Eva, and then I think I will call the stream for the evening. There you go. Oh. Yep. Just straight up, Paula Abdul did not realize it was there. Let's sit and rest. Let us push that last memory locket into a crest. A crunch. Let's double check to make sure that I haven't missed something accidentally, but I don't feel I have. Nope, I haven't filled all of the slots, but that's because I don't use most of these crests. So let's head back down to the Bone Bottom Bellway so we can get to Weave Nest and talk to Eva again. I'm gonna have to deal with these fucking snitch bugs again, aren't I? Stop doing it. Don't know how many times I have to tell you. It is not like this. You are fucking up, and it makes me tired. Let's chill out, come over here and listen to Eva's beautiful singing for a moment. Before we expand our nature yet further. Lady, you are a multitude within a single shell. Big mood. A being truly unbound. To aid your growth. I'm gonna start that over from the top. Lady, you are a multitude within a single shell. A being truly unbound. To aid your growth has proved a grand task, even for one as limited as me. As my last act, permit me to ask a final
selfish request.
Speed?
Your talents have provided great benefit, Eva. What is it you desire of me? Only to have my own soul, my own memories, bound within your shell, as you have done with those others throughout these lands. I would not define as a crest within you, but my small strength may still grant a final boon.
Juanita.
You asked to be subsumed. Know that your mind would cease to be in any independent sense. I know, and still I seek it gladly. To be united with one unbound. This is the kind of escape I once prayed for, though the weight of ages had almost made me forget. Dear lady, would you grant me this request?
Find Eva. I see no good reason not to.
By your grace, I am at last broken from my faith.
Sige, yan.
Gladly I accept your union, Eva. No longer shall you suffer eternity alone.
Press B to bind. Bound Eva's art, the Silksong. Eva's soul and strength reside within. Silk will regenerate while resting at a bench. Oh, okay. It's the. That was a beautiful moment. I am glad that we have seen Eva to what she believes is a satisfactory conclusion. But mechanically, it's the equivalent of Salubria's blessing, right? Which makes it a lot easier for us to regenerate all our silk. And yeah, that's it. There are a couple of more collectibles to go around and pick up, and like I said, we're missing a few sub-weapons and things like that. But I'm going to go do all of those off-stream. And when I come back to... Hang on. Okay, so one moment. I found it. I found a zone inside the shaman's little hut underneath the chapel. I found a thing to inspect. It says anguished aura, 8 masks hard, swirled soul enraged, 12 acnids, A-K-N-I-D-S. Is that a type of bug? Is that something in our bestiary? I will have to check. 12 acnids, flats, all juices strained. 6 pilgrims living, hung long to drain. There's more to the chapel, apparently. We can claim this at the bottom of the chapel, whatever this is. Press B to bind. Found the crest of the shaman. Obviously, it's a chapel. All of the chapels have had a crest in them. Except this one, but now we found this one. Okay. Cast the blade forward and strengthen silk skills with powerful runes. To change a crest, open the crest menu of the enemy. Open to change a crest, open the crest menu at a bench. Consumed. Claim all crests. Oh, that's good. We have the Legend of Zelda, we have the Legend of Zelda, like, when you have full health, you get to send your blade energy out as a projectile. Now, that's wonderful. What else is... I'm fucking sorry? Okay, we can equip 3 skills at once. There's also 2 slots for tools, but we don't have memory crests right now because we've just used all of them. So apparently there are some that we hadn't gotten to. Okay, I'm gonna think about that later. So anyway, like I was saying, that's gonna end the stream for us for the moment. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna run around and do all the things, and come back next time, having gotten all of the things. I'll go through a little like show and tell of what I found, and then we'll head down into the abyss and see if we can't get Grandmother Silk to quit fucking yelling at us. So that'll be fun. Until then, thank you, Freya, for joining me. Thank you, Andy. Why did I eat that? I'm not even really sure what that was. It definitely tastes edible. But the fact that I can't immediately identify it is troubling to me. Anyway, uh, so yeah, anyway, that's that. I've been Remy of the Free Association. Next, I hope you're able to get all of the things. I feel confident in my abilities. The next stream's gonna be, fuck, what is today? Sunday? So next stream's gonna be Tuesday. And again, that might be the, in fact, it will almost certainly, unless something becomes very strange, be the last Silksong stream. And then I might do an art stream on Sunday, and then after that, September will take over and do play whatever it wants to play. It hasn't really given me an answer on what that's going to be. We'll see what happens when we get closer to it, I suppose. Yeah, but that's it. I love you. I want you to stay alive, and I hope that you have a good night.